Well, here we go again. After a failed attempt to start up a new game. Let's see if I can actually do it this time. So as I was saying before, for posterity, yeah, look at that.
After the end of
Instant.
World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
So anyway, like I was saying before, this game
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet.
doesn't really fall
Approaching
into
Soviet airspace.
the horror genre,
20 minutes to
which
drop
is what
off.
I'm
Commencing
usually
internal
streaming here
pressurization.
on this channel.
Equipment check.
But
Arm main
it is
parachute.
one of my favorites.
You ready to go?
Drop zone still showing.
Thought it would be
high
fun to
pressure
just
mass.
play through it one time.
Good. We've got high visibility.
Try to chase a few trophies, maybe. We'll see. I'm pretty rusty. I haven't played this in many years.
Put out that cigar. Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector. Put on your mask. Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Approaching release point.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
He said put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Depressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Sunrise.
Yep.
External temperature minus 46 degrees Celsius. 2 minutes to drop off. Stand up.
You'll be falling at 130 miles per hour. Try not to get frostbite from the wind chill.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
This is one for the history books. The world's first Halo jump.
10 seconds to drop off.
I
Stand
don't know what
by.
that means exactly, but
Status okay. All green.
Prepare for drop off. Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings.
And fly. God be with you.
Jack, I've got some important news. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the Virtuous mission.
Virtual mission?
No, the Virtuous mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Virtuous mission? Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB 754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities.
It's kind of a
And the East's
classic
foremost
Kojima
expert on
move
weapons
to
development.
Sokolov.
make
Isn't
you
he that
sit
famous
and
rocket
watch
scientist?
20 minutes
The very
worth of cinematic before you get going.
On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
The Earth was blue, but there was no God.
Well spoken. The rocket that carried Yuri Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Afraid.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
And for that, he left his country and his family behind and went over the fence?
Not exactly. One of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west. He used a mole to get the family out first and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
The security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent. And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October the 16th, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff. Finally, on October the 28th, the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba, and so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust. But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov. They wanted us to return Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
What the hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the
Sokolov
end,
is
we
kind
had
of a
no
shitbag.
choice. President Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's
I didn't
demand.
like that dude.
The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handed him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago, we received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision. What's more, it's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No, missiles.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino Yask, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Well, all right.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking. Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes. Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The
Yeah,
full
the,
surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it
Fulton
easy.
sure came a long
It's
way.
been combat proof.
Do you think Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with 2 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as 2 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Home in time for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast,
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Yeah, so that's interesting. They are quite literally kind of setting the expectation for playtime. Like I said, the opening section, the prelude of each Metal Gear game, tends to take a couple of hours to get through. They're usually not as intrusive as a traditional tutorial section or anything like that. So hopefully I won't get too bogged down in the information share. Snake is so fucking dramatic. Oh my god. Uh-huh.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory. Somebody might be listening in. From here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. You're not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training?
I'm glad to hear that.
I don't know if I'd ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
What about you, Major? What should I call you?
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes. I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
No. There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Why?
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button. I'll be monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship.
Okay.
My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function. Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Yeah. Just looking around. We got a snake here. Oh, I wonder if no, killing snakes and stuff can't invalidate the pacifist run, right? I mean, I gotta eat. It's my food. Well, I guess I'll find out.
I see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake. To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack.
Yeah. All right. Good Lord.
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
So that's the boss. I unfortunately messed up and skipped right through our first conversation with her, but...
Commencing virtuous mission now.
But we'll have plenty of opportunity to... I guess I can call her right now.
Camouflage is an indispensable tool when you're sneaking through the jungle. To use camouflage,
Yeah.
first press the start button to...
Okay. Who else can we talk to? Paramedic?
I see you caught yourself a reticulated python.
Yeah.
The reticulated python is said to be the longest snake in the world. The biggest ones can grow up to 10 meters in length. Although they're not poisonous, they're still very dangerous, so be careful around them. They have a highly ferocious temperament, and they can swallow whole, even large animals like deer and pigs. Their most distinguishing feature is the mesh pattern of their scales. This pattern acts as a highly effective natural camouflage. If you think there might be a reticulated python about, pay close attention to your surroundings. Otherwise, you could get bitten before you even know it's there. It's a huge snake, but you should be able to capture it alive by using the tranquilizer gun. I'll bet if you capture one and throw it at an enemy, it'll give him a good scare.
Right. But how do they taste?
Huh?
Do they taste good?
You're actually going to eat one.
Why else would I be asking?
Cannibal.
What was that?
Nothing. Let's see what the guide says. Ah, you're in luck. It says they taste pretty good.
Good. I can hardly wait.
Snake loves to eat. All right, so throughout the game, there are all of these little green frog guys. And, come on, Snake. And I think there's one right at the start here somewhere. I don't know if I want to spend too much time chasing them down. I would probably have to follow a guide or something to... I've got the directional mic. Look at that. Okay. But to be honest, I don't plan on using it. Do I have anything else? No, I guess that's okay. Yeah, I'll leave the little frogs alone. So where are we headed? So, the camouflage situation is probably slim pickings for right now. Oh no, it looks like I have a pretty good selection right off the bat. Why is that? Do you always start like that? That's interesting. These fucking Crocs. I feel like there's another one in the bushes here, yeah. Yep. There's a bunch of them. Oh shit. Just want to make sure I have a little supply of stuff to eat. But I also need to remember that the stuff goes bad. It spoils in real time. So if I pause the game, turn it off, come back, any of the fresh food that I have here will have gone rotten probably by the time I play again.
Major, I've spotted 2 enemy soldiers.
They're probably KGB troops sent to guard Sokolov.
AK-47s and grenades.
Snake, your presence in Soviet territory is already a violation of international law. You can't let the Kremlin find out that the CIA and the American government are involved. Contact with the enemy is strictly prohibited. Don't engage them in battle either. This is a stealth mission. Got that?
The Major is right. The point of this mission is to sneak through the jungle without being seen. The success of the mission depends on how well you use your camouflage. Change your camouflage by selecting Camouflage from the Survival Viewer. The Uniform option lets you pick your uniform, while the Face option lets you change your face paint. Choosing camouflage that blends in with your surroundings will help you conceal yourself more effectively. Also, don't forget that anything that moves will stand out in the jungle. If you just stand up and run around like an idiot, you're bound to be spotted. But if you crawl instead, you should be able to sneak by without being noticed. You can see how effective your camouflage is by looking at the Camo Index. The Camo Index shows how well your current camouflage blends in with the surrounding area. The higher the value, the harder you are to spot, and vice versa. The key is to make yourself one with nature. Keep that in mind as you go along, okay?
All right. So, I mean, I think I already applied the best fit that I have for right now, so leaf isn't even match. Maybe. All right. So when you're laying prone, you can use the left and right shoulder buttons, I think. Oh, you have to be in first person mode, so holding R1, and you can lean right and left with the shoulders or prop yourself up, which is pretty cool. But control schemes like this, they feel a little bit like a handful. Like I really have to hold my controller in a particular way in order to operate all those buttons at once. It's like a Kinesis keyboard or some shit. I know the boss said not to engage, but you know what? It's my life. Don't run around like an idiot, she said. Well, guess what? That's what I'm doing. Not exactly sure why I came up here. Thought maybe I would be able to see something. There's just not a whole lot going on here. Wonder if I can hold this guy up.
Who's that?
Shit. Well, that didn't work. Alright, alright, alright. I thought I could get that stick up. Oh well. Maybe another time. Oh. Well, this isn't going well at all. There we go. Beekeeper. I'm getting those trophies. I'm just getting shot a lot. Yeah, someone's about to teach me about not getting beat the hell up. So, oh, food. Here we go. So that gets me stamina recovery, but what about my health? So there's that cure section, but it's not open yet. See you guys later.
Major, I've reached the abandoned factory where Sokolov is supposedly being held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. Security is pretty tight. There are sentries posted around the perimeter. I wonder how many are inside.
Your objective, Sokolov, is inside the factory. They should be holding him in a room in the northeast section.
The northeast section. Got it.
Be careful. Your mission is to bring Sokolov back alive. He must not be exposed to any kind of danger. Do not approach Sokolov while in the alert phase.
God
Right.
damn it.
Oh, and one more thing, Snake.
You mean there's more?
No, it's just that when you get to Sokolov, I want you to tell him something from me.
And that is?
Sorry for being so late.
Is that all?
Yes.
Understood. Beginning my approach to the target.
Fine. Sneaking it is. So, do I get, I need an empty mag. That's what I need. But there's no empty mag. I really got to be careful with the lethal weapons. Even something as innocuous as a knife. If I spaz out and start flipping through weapons, like maybe I'll accidentally pull the knife out and slit someone. Plenty of guards around here. I mean, I really just want to take them out. I did it. Somebody see that? Oh shit. Alright, so I thought I was getting under a legit crawl space, but it's all fucked up around here. So don't see me. So if I remember correctly, the room where Sokolov is, there's this trapdoor. And I don't know if I can open it from underneath. Probably not. This is probably like a thing that you can only open in that one situation, so... So I gotta figure out how to get in there without getting spotted. Hello, Mr. Mouse. Yeah, alright. So I guess I was probably in a better position when I was back out there. So I see there's a guy on patrol around this side. I wonder if there's... Okay, there's another guy there. This could get messy. But... I'll just try to go for it. There's no way up from there. Okay. Shit. Oh, I'm bad at this. I am really bad at this.
Who's that?
Oh, what? Oh, come on. That's not a stick up. I thought I could stick them up like that. I would be able to in Metal Gear 5. It's a good thing I'm not going for zero alert phases, because that just doesn't fit with my my playstyle apparently. Oh my god. Can I just hide here forever?
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible that I can love a game so much and still be so bad at it. I mean, I'm not upset. It's fun, even to not play well, I guess, is my point. Waiting for this timer.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. Unable to locate the problem.
Understood. Return to your position.
There you go. Get in there, Snake.
You must be Sokolov.
Are you one of Volgin's men? You'll never get it from me.
No. I'm a CIA agent. I've come to escort you back to the other side of the Iron Curtain.
You're CIA?
Yeah. I was sent by Major Zero, the man who got you out 2 years ago.
Zero?
I have a message from him.
What is it?
He said to tell you sorry for being so late.
Uh-huh.
Did he now?
What does it mean?
It means he's a man of his word. But we've got no time for this. You have to get me out of here before they arrive.
Who's they?
Colonel Volgin of Gru. You in the West know him as Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt?
Is that right?
Never heard of him.
He's a member of the Army's extremist faction, a man who seeks to seize control of the motherland. Ever since the Cuban Missile Crisis 2 years ago, Khrushchev has been pursuing a policy of peaceful coexistence with the West. Despite resistance and criticism from hawks in the Army, and the provincial authorities, Khrushchev has managed to suppress the opposition so far. But the failure of his agricultural policies has put him in a precarious position. And on top of that, the tragedy last November.
President Kennedy's assassination.
Precisely. In a sense, Khrushchev has lost his biggest partner, and his power base is rapidly crumbling away. A certain group is plotting to use this opportunity to seize power by rallying the anti-government forces, overthrowing Khrushchev, and installing Brezhnev and Kosygin in his place. The mastermind behind this plot is Colonel Volgin of the GRU. He has control over another secret weapons research facility much like this one, OKB-812, known as the Granin Design Bureau, and is using it to further his plans. But that is not enough to satisfy him. Now he's plotting to seize the secret weapon I have been developing here and use it as leverage in his bid for power.
I kind of question pronouncing that GRU. Wouldn't it be like GRU? Isn't it initials?
The intelligence says that they are going to make their move during
It's kind of
the
weird.
test.
Then, the soldiers outside.
Exactly. They wouldn't need that many men just to keep me inside. Their orders were to prevent Colonel Volgin from capturing me. Even if it meant killing me in the process, or so it would seem.
Uh-huh.
Volgin will come. I'm sure of it. You must get me out of here before then.
Leave it to me.
By the way, your Russian is superb. Where did you learn to speak it?
From my mentor.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm.
America is truly a frightening country.
Having second thoughts.
No. I have no love for this place. Let's go.
So I kind of enjoy that they went out of their way to include that in little conversation.
Major, this is Snake. Sokolov is safe with me. He's doing fine. No injuries.
Good work, Snake. Now hurry up and get Sokolov to the recovery point.
Because it tells me
We'll
that they're
rendezvous
like,
with you there.
Roger.
What about the sentries?
I managed to get past them.
I see.
It's like they're
What about the
transposing
boss?
the
We
experience
lost
and
contact with the
framing
boss
it
some time ago.
for
What
me.
happened?
Like they're
It's
putting
probably
me in a
just a weak
position
signal. Just hurry and get Sokolov out of there.
where I'm practically a native speaker of a language that I don't know. Oh, Sokolov. Yeah. Stay the fuck behind me. The fuck is his deal?
Freeze!
So this is the legendary boss.
Sorry, buddy, you're confused.
Huh? We meet at last.
You're from the Oslot unit of Spetsnaz. What's a GRU soldier doing here?
soldier?
He's the Ocelot commander.
Ha! That's Major Ocelot to you. And don't you forget it.
All right.
Sokolov is ours. Now get out of here.
And Ocelot never lets his prey escape.
What?
Seems almost supernatural.
I can't say it feels good to kill a comrade, even if it is for the Gru.
Sokolov, take cover.
Huh. You're not the boss, are you?
Crew operatives!
What is that stance? Huh. That gun. If you're not the boss, then die.
Major! Leave it! Shoot the other one! Whoa!
You ejected the first bullet by hand, didn't you? I see what you were trying to do. But testing a technique you've only heard about in the middle of battle wasn't very smart. You were asking to have your gun jam on you. Besides, I don't think you're cut out for an automatic in the first place. You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique.
You filthy American dog!
Well, you gotta admit, Snake knows his guns.
But that was some fancy shooting. You're pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Major, do you read me?
I read you. Snake, you all right?
I've run into a few snags. These guys were after Sokolov too. Apparently they were taking orders from a GRU colonel named Volgan.
A GRU colonel?
Part of an internal Soviet power struggle, according to Sokolov. Something between the KGB and GRU. Between Khrushchev's supporters and Volgan's.
Sokolov was being guarded by the KGB and hunted by GRU? Snake, it sounds like this could be even hotter than Cuba.
I don't like it. Something about the whole thing stinks.
I agree. You'd better hurry.
Sokolov ran off by himself, but I'll catch up to him.
We're counting on you.
Yeah, so... do I get anything for shaking these guys? What is this? Mousetrap. Awesome. I wonder why. Because he's a cat? Is that... There's nothing in any of these for me. So I think there were a couple of items scattered around this area. Let's see. Maybe I can pick up a couple freebies now that the area is clear before moving on. There was that item on the stack of crates or whatever. Let's check that out. I don't tend to play too thrifty in Metal Gear, but sometimes there are like unique items that are kind of hidden. Can't bolt. Player mobility is pretty limited in this installment of the series. I left med, so just taking a quick look. So the item that I thought was up here, I don't see it. So come on. Oh, it's empty. Okay, so that's where the night vision goggles were that I remembered getting earlier in the game, and it's actually there, but I guess we come back to this place later on. So I guess the night vision goggles are there when I come back. We'll see.
okay?
Sokolov,
Those
what's
men were
up?
from the Ocelot unit.
Spetsnaz?
Yes. The best crew has to offer. They're coming for me. I'm finished.
Calm down. I'll get you out of here, I promise. And we've got some of the best backup we could ask for.
Look.
What is that?
That's what they were making you build.
Yes. The Shagohod.
This looks
The
like
dreaded behemoth.
some kind
A
of
tank capable of
metal
launching nuclear
gear.
IRBMs.
It can launch nuclear missiles from that kind of terrain.
Oh, yes. And without support from friendly units.
A nuclear-equipped tank capable of operating solo. Is that thing finished?
No, this is only the end of Phase 1. It won't be truly finished until we complete Phase 2.
Phase 2.
The weapon's true form. If it is completed and the Colonel gets his hands on it, it will mean the end of the Cold War.
The end of the Cold War?
Yes. And then the Age of Fear will truly begin.
A world war.
I had no choice but to cooperate. I didn't want to die. I wanted to see my wife and child again in America.
Sure, sure.
Please, take me to America, quickly. They cannot complete it without my help.
Got it. Let's go.
Oh, come on, Sokolov. Just fucking move. I don't really get why Snake is moving so slowly. Oh, there we go. It's like she came out of nowhere, though.
Boss?
Good work, Jack.
What are you doing here?
Sokolov comes with me.
What the?
Hornets?
My friends, let us fight together again.
I have waited long for this day.
We will fight with you once more. Welcome back, boss.
Now that all 5 of us are together, it's time we go to the depths of hell itself.
To be honest, the end is probably one of my
It's
favorite
raining blood.
boss battles in any game ever.
Is he crying?
Kuwabara, Kuwabara. Ah, what a joyful scene.
Colonel Vogan.
Welcome to my country. And to my unit.
I gotta say, the HD
Boss,
version,
what is this?
it actually works
I'm
pretty well.
defecting to the Soviet Union. Sokolov is a little gift from my new hosts.
Like, they didn't go
Recoilless
crazy on the
warheads.
textures. But they sharpened it all up
These will
and
make a fine gift for me.
This can't be
removed a
happening.
lot of aliasing.
Who is he? Another one of your disciples? Are we taking him with us?
No, this one is still just a child. Too pure for us Cobras. He has not yet found an emotion to carry into battle.
What are you talking about?
Think you can pull the trigger?
Damn.
He's seen my face. We can't let him live.
Buddy,
If Khrushchev finds
your
out about
face is
this, we're
unforgettable.
finished. He must die.
Wait. He's my apprentice. I'll take care of him. Jack, you can't come with us.
Oh no.
The new blood has been rejected. Are we done here?
Now, onto Sokolov's research facility.
Shagohod is ours.
Drift away. My place is with them now.
Yeah, so I think it was Lee Alexander's article where she basically sums up this entire game as being about a lost boy trying to reconnect with his mother. think that's a pretty interesting take.
Snake, can you hear me?
Yeah. Just barely.
Snake, listen to me. You need emergency medical treatment. Can you move? You've got to get those wounds treated. Hang in there. All right, let's get you fixed up. Paramedic?
Okay, Snake. Just relax and it'll all be over before you know it.
Mm-hmm. Finally, I get to unlock
Stay
that
with
cure
me.
menu.
I've seen people in worse shape before. Think you can handle it?
Yep.
Major. The boss. She's defected.
We'll talk about that later. First,
still
we've got to
reeling.
get you patched up.
Okay, here we go. First, open the survival viewer with the start button. If you select cure, you can start the treatment. Healing is divided into treatment using medicine with the item window button and surgical treatment using the weapon window button. Your injuries include a fractured left elbow and rib bone and lacerations on your upper arms, right elbow, and abdomen. They need to be fixed using surgical treatment. Move the healing cursor with the left stick to the affected part of your body. Once you've selected the affected area, hold the weapon window button and use the left stick to select the medical item and then press the enter button. With this method, you can use items to help your recovery process. To treat a bone fracture, first secure the affected area with a fastener and then wrap it in bandages. That should do it. For lacerations, you'll need disinfectant to clean the wound, sutures to stitch it up, styptic to slow the flow of blood, and bandages to wrap the wound. If you do everything I mentioned, the wound should heal completely. Understood?
Yeah.
Stay with me. Go into the survival viewer and treat those wounds.
So, the cure mini game, I guess you could call it, is really all about not over-treating. So, it won't give you any negative feedback if you use a piece of medicine or a surgical item that doesn't apply to the thing that you're applying it to. So the danger there is forgetting exactly what's needed and just wasting items. So okay, a deep cut, bleeding, no bandages, no disinfectant. So, I guess start with the disinfectant. Here's some bandage. Deep cut, bleeding, so I guess I also need the suture. And what else? Styptic. There we go. Same routine. Bandage, suture, styptic, disinfectant, broken bone. Okay, so they say I need a bandage and a splint, probably. Yeah. Another cut. Yeah, because it's actually quite serious if you run out of these medical items. You basically end up with a large portion of your health bar that is blocked off. You can't use it. It also, if I remember, can Kind of fucks up your mobility.
Good job, Snake.
We're coming to get you now. Just stay where you are. We'll drop a recovery balloon. Can you set it up?
Motherfucking Fulton V1. Let's go. Oh, they're moving the Shagohod.
Shagohod.
Ocelot really took this whole thing to heart. He had a hard time recovering from our little critique of his combat style.
Excellent. A great success. Thanks to the boss and her cobras, I have both Sokolov and the Shagohod.
What are we going to do with the girl?
Who is she?
Apparently she's Sokolov's woman.
She's a nice catch. I'll take her. Not so fast, my dear. A kiss of death?
Are you KGB?
We may be able to use her. She has spunk.
Shall we take her back to the base?
Perhaps we should. We have no further use for Sokolov's research facility. I think it's time I gave this marvelous new toy a try.
Colonel, even if they are our enemies, they're still our countrymen.
But it won't be me that pulled the trigger. It'll be our friend, the American defector.
You're going to nuke your fellow Russians?
Remember the Alamo.
Colonel!
So, I gotta come clean. I don't actually know what happened at the Alamo. That's not something we talked about in school in the UK, and I was never interested enough to look it up. So I have no idea why he just said that. And I mean, if I'm perfectly honest, I kind of revel in the fact that the only thing I know about the Alamo is that people continually tell me to remember it. And I'm unable. So I'm just going to save over this top one. I don't know what the cloud save is, but I know roughly where that 5 to 6 hour session was. Nothing that interesting going on there. All right.
What a thrill, with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme.
I would say that this is actually kind of a shame. Like, they've got these pre-rendered videos for the titles here, and they're super low resolution. I really wish they had re-rendered them.
A tree frog, it's ordeal, the trial to survive. For the day we see new light, I give my life, not for honor, but for you. In my time, there'll be no one else. Crime, it's the way I'd like to live. I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
It's basically the best theme for any game in the series.
I'm still in a dream, snake eater.
So there it is. I guess this concludes the prelude. The prologue.
Currently flying over
The
the
intro.
Arctic Ocean, altitude 30,000 feet, approaching Soviet airspace. Arriving at the designated drone launch point. Drone oil pressure and voltage are nominal. Payload oxygen supply is nominal. Power supply to payload antifreeze system shows no problems. No gusts. All systems go for drone detachment.
Snake, we can't risk a halo jump this time around. Airspace security has gotten tighter since we were last here. We can't get as close to the ground as we did during the Virtuous mission. So instead, we'll be using one of our newest weapons. Snake, you're being given an honor on par with Alan Shepard. This is our last chance. Show your patriotism. If you fail, you'll be back in a hospital bed again, waiting for the firing squad. So how does it feel to be a patient in one of the most advanced ICUs in the world?
Would you do me a favor and tell the suits about visiting hours? I'll never get better with them assaulting me day and night with their questions.
Must be part of the top brass's inquiry.
More like an interrogation. According to them, I'm a traitor and an accomplice to the boss's defection.
They're just looking for a scapegoat.
Does that mean they're after you, too?
Let's just say neither one of us is going to be made a national hero out of this.
Does this mean Fox is going to die?
Oh, yeah?
No.
Is that
Miss
a
Fox is still one
challenge?
step ahead of the hounds. The reason I came to see you today, Jack, it's time for Fox to clear its name.
What are you talking about?
The situation has changed. We've still got a chance to come out of this one alive.
Yeah, what kind of chance?
Don't get too excited. Here, have a cigar. It's Cuban. This morning, I had a meeting with the CIA.
They decided when they're going to execute us?
No. Something even bigger. Yesterday, the White House received an
All of
unexpected
this
call.
exposition. God damn.
President Johnson? Yes, I hear you, Mr. Chairman.
It was a hotline call from Khrushchev to President Johnson.
From the head of the Soviet Union?
That's right.
A few days ago, one of our country's main design bureaus, OKD-754, was destroyed in a nuclear explosion. At about the same time, our anti-aircraft radar picked up a signature that appeared to come from one of your military aircraft. Does any of this sound familiar to you? In retaliation, I have placed our armed forces on secondary alert. Depending on your response, I may be left with no choice but to order the military to maximum alert and unleash Armageddon. With the help of your predecessor, I was able to survive the Cuban incident. But my power is not as great as it once was. If I am to survive this crisis, I must have your full cooperation.
I should have contacted you myself. Did you know that one of our soldiers defected to your country a week ago?
No.
So you haven't heard that. The man who arranged the defection was a GRU colonel by the name of Yevgeny Borosovich Volgin.
Volgin? Of the Brezhnev faction. Go on. Who is the soldier?
Her name is the Boss. She's a living legend. During World War II, she was the one who led us to victory in that war. In Russia, you know her as Voyevoda.
You mean the Boss? The mother of your special forces?
That's it.
Yes, that's the one. And she took 2 miniature nuclear shells along with her.
The Boss took 2 miniature nuclear shells?
I'm afraid so. I believe they were a gift for her new hosts. The Davy Crockett Atomic Battle Group delivery system was completed 2 years ago. Serious problems were found with the launcher's range and precision. Although they were mass-produced, they've never been deployed in battle.
But Sokolov's research facility was completely wiped out. The whole area is polluted.
I can only offer you my deepest condolences over this terrible tragedy.
So, the Boss, with Colonel Volgin's help, stole 2 experimental nuclear shells and took them with her as gift when she defected. Then, shortly thereafter, Sokolov's design lab, a top-secret military research facility, was destroyed by one of these weapons. Am I right so far?
Yes, that's correct.
And the American government denies any involvement in the affair. Is that right as well?
That's correct. We were not involved in any way.
Then what was a U.S. military aircraft doing on our radar screen? It was clearly in violation of our airspace. And yet you say it was not acting under your orders.
That's correct.
You expect me to believe that this was all the work of a single soldier?
I don't know what else to tell you.
The Army insists that this is all a ploy on your part.
I've said it once, and I'll say it again. Our government had nothing to do with it.
And I would like dearly to believe you. However, I'm afraid my power over the military has weakened since the Cuban incident. I will need some kind of proof that this was not the action of the American government. You have 1 week. You must catch the boss yourselves and recover the remaining nuclear device. Then, you must find some way to prove your innocence.
Prove our innocence?
Yes, preferably something painful. Prove to me that this is not merely another one of your tricks.
The boss should be close to Colonel Volgin. How about a little coaction?
I would not expect too much if I were you. The political situation here is unstable. And Colonel Volgin is a member of the Brezhnev faction, which seeks to topple my government. 1 week. You have only 1 week. And if it is not too much to ask, do something about Volgin as well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nothing. It means nothing. Call it a modest gentleman's agreement to ensure our continued relationship.
What if we can't prove our innocence?
Then I will be unable to restrain the military. I will be ousted, and they will seek their revenge.
So,
a nuclear attack on the United States?
I wasn't really that fond of Metal Gear Solid 5.
I leave the disposal of this situation entirely to your discretion, Mr. President.
By that point in the series,
if you fail,
they really loaded a lot more of the narrative into audio tapes.
Put it simply, in order to avoid a full-scale nuclear
conversations
conflict,
that
we have to
happened
prove that
while you were
America was
still
not
moving
involved
around
in that
in the world.
And eliminating the boss ourselves will prove
I guess they
America's
also
innocence.
added more travel time.
Right.
So
The higher-ups have decided
you had
that
bigger
you're the only
windows
one
for
capable of pulling this off.
for listening to an
You were her
chatter on
last
the radio.
apprentice.
So
Screw this one up.
I don't
or
know. I
both
think
be
I
6
think
feet
that
up.
worked a lot better
There's no
than
choice.
really long cutscenes. I don't know how long that was,
the
but holy
Russians going
shit,
to be helping
I'm
us?
ready to kill myself.
KGB has promised to lend us one of their communications satellites so that you and I can talk to each other.
That's it?
They've also put us in touch with a couple of insiders.
Insiders?
There was a defection in September 1960. Do you remember it?
You mean the 2 NSA codebreakers who went over to the Soviet Union?
Precisely. Since then, they've apparently been training with the KGB for exactly this kind of situation. Their code names are Adam and Eva. I've been told that Adam has infiltrated Volgin's ranks. We've also arranged for him to provide you with an escape route. You'll need to rendezvous with him when you get there.
Control. Unidentified aircraft detected. Altitude 30,000 feet. It's fast. Estimated airspeed exceeding Mach 3. Bearing south. I'm about to lose it.
Yep. Okay. What a landing. That would have scared the shit out of me, having to deal with all that.
This is Snake. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. Glad to see you landed safely.
I got blown pretty far off target.
Snake, let's go over your mission objectives one more time. Rescue Sokolov. Find out what's happened to the Shagohod, then destroy it. And finally, eliminate the boss.
Eliminate the boss?
This mission will be codenamed Operation Snake Eater.
Because I'll be taking on the boss in our Cobra unit, right?
Don't forget about Colonel Volkin.
I'm not a hired killer.
I know, but that was the Kremlin's demand.
Demand? You mean it wasn't just a request? What's it to us if the Khrushchev regime is threatened by the Colonel and his faction?
If supporting the current regime helps us avoid a nuclear exchange, then that's what we'll do.
And what are the CIA's demands?
Our priorities are the rescue of Sokolov and the destruction of the Shagohod.
Roger that, Major Tom.
Hold on, Snake.
What now?
I'm changing my codename. It turns out Tom wasn't the most auspicious choice.
What do you mean?
Well, the truth is, when I chose my codename, I picked the wrong one.
The wrong one?
Did you ever see the movie The Great Escape? Came out last year.
I must have missed that one.
Anyway, it's based on a true story about prisoners who escaped from a POW camp in Nazi Germany. The prisoners dig 3 tunnels as part of their plan, but the Nazis find 2 of the tunnels before they're finished. The prisoners succeed in escaping by using the last remaining tunnel. The names of those 3 tunnels were Dick, Harry, and Tom.
I get it. You used the name of the tunnel they escaped in as your code name because you thought it would bring you good luck.
Yes, that's exactly right. At least, that was the plan.
But
I got the name wrong. The one they escaped in was Harry. Tom was one of the unlucky tunnels that was discovered by the Nazis before it was finished. I watched the movie again just to make sure. In fact, I even ordered the actual film from the movie company.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like the greatest name to use. So what should I call you?
You know, let's just use Zero, like we've been doing all along.
All right, then. Major Zero it is. We'll start over from square one.
From square zero. My frequency is 140.85. Oh, I almost forgot. Paramedic is with us again on this mission.
Is this her last chance, too?
If we fail, she'll have her medical license revoked. It's more or less the same kind of fate. Her frequency is the same as during the Virtuous mission, 145.73. She'll be recording your mission data as well, just like the last time. That frequency is also the same, 140.96. And there's one more person on your support team. His name is Mr. Sigint.
Oh, yeah?
He's an expert on the latest in weapons and equipment technology. He'll be going up against some of the world's most advanced weaponry when you infiltrate the research facility. If you have any questions, just ask him. His frequency is 148.41.
Mr. Sigint. Got it.
Adam, your KGB contact, is waiting for you at the abandoned factory up ahead.
The same factory Sokolov was being held in last week.
Yes, meet up with Adam first. He's cleared the way for you to rescue Sokolov.
How will I know this Adam guy when I see him?
You'll know once you reach the factory. The whole area's been polluted by the fallout from that nuclear blast. No one else would dare come close. The password is, "Who are the Patriots?" and Lali Lulelo.
Lali Lulelo. Gotcha.
You've been equipped with a 45 for this mission. Be careful, it's noisy.
I thought standard Fox procedure was procure on-site weapons acquisition.
The circumstances are different this time. You're now on an official mission for the United States government. It would be necessary to make your presence known to a certain extent. To the Khrushchev regime, at the very least. But remember, this is still a sneaking mission. Snake, if you fail this mission, it will mean an all-out nuclear war. Keep that in mind and proceed with extreme caution.
Understood. Commencing Operation Snake Eater.
Well, Alright, so we're back in the same location we were in before. I'm going to check in with paramedic.
Paramedic.
Snake, it's so good to hear from you again.
Same here. It's been a week, hasn't it?
4 days, actually.
Oh, really?
I visited you in the hospital. You were still unconscious, though.
Then you must have seen me naked.
Yeah, but you were all wrapped up in bandages and tubes, so I couldn't do anything but look.
Better luck next time.
Let's hope so. But seriously, don't forget that you were like that until just yesterday. In fact, you really shouldn't even be on this mission. Keep an eye on your stamina gauge. If you start to run low, don't push yourself. Eat something to replenish your stamina. And try not to get yourself hurt. If you're wounded or get bitten by a venomous animal, go into the survival viewer immediately and treat yourself using Cure.
Yeah. I can see you still know how to nag.
You're welcome. And I
Jesus
can see
Christ.
you still don't know when to keep your mouth shut.
Maybe so. By the way, I heard you're going to lose your medical license if this mission fails.
Yes, there was talk of that, but the mission won't fail, will it?
Of course not.
Good. I believe in you. But you know what? I really don't care about my medical license.
Didn't they use that to force you to participate in this operation?
No, I volunteered.
Why?
So that I could watch over you. Snake, you're the best agent I've ever seen. But you push yourself too hard. You're reckless. Someone has to stop you from getting into trouble, to make sure you and the boss don't kill each other. So that's why I volunteered. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better guardian angel than me, right?
Thanks.
Stop right there. You can thank me when you get back.
All right.
Alright, and Sigint, what's your deal?
Yo! You're Snake, aren't you?
And you're Sigint?
None other.
I heard that you're an expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology.
Close. I am the expert on weapons, equipment, and cutting-edge technology. I'm the guy that designed your trank gun, active sonar, and motion detector. If you want to know anything about weapons or equipment you find in the field, just send me a message and ask. Later.
Alright. So what now? I don't think I need that just yet. So part of the idea with this game is that the more stuff you carry, the quicker your stamina depletes. So I don't want to use that gun since it's lethal. I need to get my hands on a trank gun somewhere. Let's also check the camo situation. So it's dark. So put on the black. And oh, really? Alright, yeah, I guess black is the business right now. 95% camo index. Yeah, there's a trophy for getting 100%. I don't know exactly what it would take to get that. But 95 is a pretty good start. And as much as I want to try for a stick-up at some point, I just can't even attempt it until I get a non-lethal gun. Look at this snake. I wonder if I can grab it. Not like that. More exposition.
Looks like death wasn't ready for you yet.
Boss.
That arm still hurt?
Hey, boss.
What are you doing here?
Oops.
This is Snake. Major Zero.
I read you, Snake.
I was ambushed by the boss.
You were what?
The drone's been shot to hell. It's up in flames.
That's not good. Enemy scouts are going to come looking for you.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird.
But what was the boss doing here in the first place?
I
There's got to be a
accidentally
leak
skipped the
somewhere.
cutscene, huh?
No, that's impossible. The man the boss is working with, Volgin, isn't exactly on speaking terms with Khrushchev.
I lost my gun. The boss destroyed
Well,
it.
Snake, I know how you're feeling. It's hard for me to believe, too, that a legendary hero like the boss would go over to the
if
Russians.
I remember what happened, basically
double-cross us like this.
they had this argument.
That's how it is, and if you don't accept it, you'll never be able to beat
she
her.
criticized him for not being able to commit to the mission.
Technique, I'll never be able to beat her. I know that all too well.
You've got to do it, Snake. She's your enemy and your objective.
Enemy? We were together for 10 years, and now you tell me she's my enemy?
Enough. Hurry to the factory where Adam is waiting. Scouts have probably already been sent out to investigate the explosion. You've lost your weapon, right? That means you've got no chance of winning in a battle situation. Whatever you do, don't let them see you.
Yeah, so she criticized him for not being able to commit to the mission, I think. And then, yeah, she wrecked his gun. We saw that a little bit. Shit. Shit.
HQ.
This is HQ.
Patrol here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
And then she shot up the capsule that I landed in, which is why these guys are over here patrolling now. And there was a big fire and explosion. And then she rode off on her horse. And I think that was kind of meant to be where we first get a glimpse of her, her infinity-shaped barrel gun or whatever. Ah, there's more of them. Yeah, so that was a trap. They wanted me to try and sneak out in that first little lull. Then these guys would come in and trap you as you try to exit. Maybe. I'm gonna try and slither out past him.
This is HQ.
Shit.
Control here. No problems with me.
Understood. Return to your position.
Just gotta get through. Come on, Snake. Don't get caught on the wall. Just slithering around. Oh, that drop tree is different. So there's a map. Oh, did I already go past the exit here? Is that possible? Yeah, there it is. Okay. My camo index is low right now. $55, not great. There we go. So I think what I want to do is get through to the factory and then save up the game there. Shit.
Who's that?
Oh shit. I don't know what he could possibly drop for me. Yep. I'm gonna have to try and be a little quick. I don't know where that guy went to. I mean, he's around here somewhere. So weird that the Italian flag is like equally effective in this environment. The fuck does that mean? So there may be some gear down below the bridge like there was last time. And I kind of want to go and check that out. Italy #1, yeah. Italy, best camouflage. I'm just gonna take it slow. And then not.
Who's that?
Yeah, fuck this guy. You get up, dude. I'm gonna very carefully move you away from that cliff. Because that's dangerous, my dude. Okay, finally a non-lethal item. Jesus. Uniform raindrop. All right, cool. More camo options. I need that. If I'm ever going to attain a 100% camo index. So how does it look? Oh, no, it's a uniform. Okay, raindrop. Not going to work here, but we'll see. Really, the only trophy I care to get this time around is the 0 kill completion. The rest of that stuff I'll probably do in a second run, like following a guide or something. Like, how the fuck am I gonna know how to get all the different kinds of birds, or all the different kinds of fish, or that mythical serpent? Like, where the fuck is that? Where am I gonna find all those tiny little green frog dudes that you have to shoot and they make the weird noise? Like, what the fuck? So, if I plan to finally 100% this game, there will be some guide following for sure, but I will definitely enjoy just playing through on a no-kill run. That is how I like to play this game anyway. There's like nobody around. Is that true? Hello? Ah, I got the zombie face. Get in there, Snake. Zombie face is pretty cool. And it's just as camo indexy, so why the hell not? Yeah, so this is the HD collection version of the game. This is on PS3. I've played this game through at least a couple of times on PS2, also on PS Vita, which is the same version as this, just slightly not as good, and the 3DS, which is kind of interesting, but I never finished it on the PS3, so this is my first. This is going to be my first playthrough from start to finish on PS3. Alright, and so here's that item that I thought I had to try and get last time. Let's see. Oh, the cardboard box. There we go. And I would say that, you know, I've seen a lot of HD remasters that kind of sucked ass. But I think they actually did a pretty good job on this. They didn't go too crazy with the textures. They sharpened up a lot of the geometry. Like I said, the models are a little better. There's less aliasing happening across the board, and the textures look, I don't know, they removed all of the weirdo sampling effects that they had to kind of lean on for a PS2 title. So it just looks a little cleaner. I think that's everything. I think oh wait, no, I should check up the stairs here. Here's one of those fucking frogs. I'm pretty sure I've missed a couple already, so I'm not going to be able to get the shoot all the frogs trophy this run. So I'll leave it alone. Nothing out here. Going up the stairs. There we go. AK-47, which is great to have when you're doing a pacifist run. I can use it for, you know, shooting down fruit from trees or hunting animals, maybe. Okay, so let's see if I can get in here and get me some night vision goggles. See if they're here yet. Thermal goggles. There we go. Oh, so I guess those are different than the night vision goggles that I found where the end is. But whatever. Same fucking shit, in my opinion. I think the thermal goggles are just way more useful in this game than the night vision ever were.
Sorry I'm late.
Cut the engine. They'll hear us.
Are you the agent they sent?
Are you Adam? I thought you were supposed to be a man.
Adam couldn't make it.
All right, say the password. Who are the Patriots? Who are the Patriots? Answer
Snake,
me.
she doesn't know it.
Trapped.
I'm so glad that that subtitle was just an exclamation point. You know what? Tom Brady is not with the Lale Lo laugh. Totally different Patriots.
There is your answer.
That wasn't an answer. Can't trust you, lady. Welcome to the Kojima cosplay factory.
The name's Eva.
Yep. Thanks, Kojima, for just giving me the opportunity to indulge Snake's
This wasn't
chauvinist
part of the
side.
plan. What happened to Adam?
What's your code name?
It's Snake.
Snake, huh? Well, I'm Eva. Are you here to tempt me?
What happened to Adam?
Snake's not having any of it.
Colonel Volgan is a very suspicious man. He decided Adam wasn't the right person for this mission.
And you were.
Yes,
Why?
because I can do things he can't.
I heard you used to be a codebreaker for the NSA.
I was. 4 years ago, I defected to the Soviet Union with Adam.
Mauser military. The broom handle.
It packs quite a punch. Nice to have when you're on a bike.
You held it sideways and used the muzzle jump to create a horizontal sweep. That was impressive.
Bet you've never seen that technique in the West.
It's imitation, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a Chinese Type 17 pistol. Around here, even that's hard to come by. Don't worry, though. The one I've got for you is American-made.
Oh
45.
yeah. Snake.
Incredible.
Fucking chill out.
Do you like it?
The feeding ramp is polished to a mirror sheen. The slide's been reinforced. And the interlock with the frame is tightened for
Snake
added
can't
precision.
handle this.
The sight system is original too. The thumb safety is extended to make it easier on the finger. A long type trigger with non-slip grooves. A ring hammer. The base of the trigger guard's been filed
He
down
can't
for a higher
handle it.
grip.
It's
and not only
it's
that,
too much
nearly every
gun for
part of
him.
This gun has been expertly crafted and customized.
And I bet as soon as we get out there, he's gonna run into the boss again, and the boss is just gonna like fold his gun up like paper all
I
over
grabbed it
again.
from a Western munitions armory. It probably used to belong to one of your officers, and there are more where that came from.
He's listening to it.
You had this with you, didn't you?
He's gonna sleep with it, cradling it like a little baby.
Better take this too.
What's that?
A disguise to make you look like a scientist.
A disguise?
Yes. You're here to rescue Sokolov, right?
Sokolov's still safe then.
Yes. He's being forced to continue his work on the Shagohod.
I mean, I'm not quite as hyped up about the gun as Snake is, but it is a great gun, and that gun is gonna like get me through 90% of this game.
Can we get Sokolov out of there?
We'll see, won't we?
Tell me how to get to the lab.
The safest way in is from the rear.
Was that a butt joke?
First, you'll need to head north through the jungle. You'll come to a heliport used for shipping materials. Pass the heliport and continue north, and there will be a large crevice. Descend into that area and you'll reach a cave. Move through the cave and you will arrive at a mangrove swamp. After the swamp, there'll be a warehouse. Make your way through the warehouse and you'll come out just south of the lab.
Got it.
And just what are you doing there?
In close-range combat, a knife can sometimes be more useful than a gun. By doing this, I'll be able to hold a knife at the same time and still keep the gun steady. That way, I can instantly switch between a gun battle and a knife fight.
You're such a freak. Oh my god, Snake.
Right, let's get going.
Wait a minute.
What now?
You must be tired. Why don't you take a little rest?
I'll be fine.
You'll never make it in your condition. It's a jungle out there. There's still an hour before dawn. It's dangerous to be out in the jungle at night without a guide.
What about you?
I have to get back. I can't be gone for too long. They'll start to suspect something.
Don't worry. I'll keep you updated over the radio.
That's it?
My orders are to provide you with information, nothing more. You look disappointed. All right then. I'll do something special for you. I'll stand watch until dawn. Now be a good boy and lie down. What's the matter?
I don't know you well enough to trust you.
Come on, Snake.
How well do you have to know me to trust me?
I don't know if I can trust anybody.
Gonna get that?
Will you go to TwitchCon if I go? Well, look,
She's right, Snake. You should get
Brian,
some sleep.
I really don't want to go.
Although in your
That's
condition,
just
you really
not
ought to be back in
something
the
I want to
ICU.
do.
Whenever you save the game and quit, you'll go to sleep.
Twitch makes me
Sleeping allows
sick.
you to gain back stamina naturally. Depending on how
It's
long
disgusting.
you sleep, you may also recover naturally from sickness and injury. When you're tired or hurt, the best thing to do is just get some sleep. So do yourself a favor and take a nap. Doctor's orders, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, paramedic. So let's see, how much more of this do I want to do right now? I forget what comes next exactly. I'm currently doing a 10 gigabyte Mercurial clone that already failed on me once today. Well, Brian, that's why you need the 10 gig link. Just take the fiber and stick it right into your veins.
What's the matter?
We're
It's
surrounded.
go time.
I see. 4 of them.
We've got company. It's the Ocelot unit.
God damn it, Snake.
Let's get out of here. Hurry. Don't forget your gear. Here, give me a hand.
Well, at least this time I'm old enough and wise enough to get those goggles out before the fucking Gru assholes show up.
We can use this to get to the basement. Damn it! Ocelot. I'll get past them on my bike. I'll call you later.
Okay, I'll keep them busy. Huh?
Don't go dying on me now.
So let's see. If we start this off in the alert phase, which I think we do, then I don't really need to worry about camo. Is that true? I guess I'll do it up. I guess I will. It's so weird. This being a PS2 game, kind of upsourced for the PS3. I don't expect those hitches in the UI. Oh. I don't know. Yeah, let's, damn it, Snake. Come on. Alright, let's go. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Come on, get up. Oh, my God. There we go. Now I'm getting it. Oh. Well, I mean, that didn't go exactly according to plan, but... But it's fine. Ow. If I can get him on a bridge like that, sometimes you can just fuck up the AI just enough so they can't decide if they want to come up or try to shoot you from wherever they are. So, deep cut. And that is a gunshot wound. Is that different than a deep cut? Bandage and disinfectant. I haven't done a gunshot wound yet. Bleeding, so styptic. And I don't know what else I need for this. Nope, not the suture. Fuck. I will be so surprised if it's a splint, but yeah. Burns? That doesn't sound right. No? Oh, wait. Removing bullets. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay. Well, now we know. So I think when I lay down, that's all it takes for the health to regen. There we go. So I have 4 enemies left to knock out, is that right? Alright. Happy birthday, boss. Come on, feel better. I don't know why it stops and starts. I guess that's just what it does. That's its thing. All right. Can I get through there? No. Oh, he's on the other side of this. Oh. What? Come on, man. Jesus Christ, Snake, you're a mess. That's right. I can finally use a gun again. I forgot. I'm going to keep the M1. The M1911A1, excuse me. I'll keep that handy for, you know, fruits and fish. But I don't want to get it mixed up. Buddy. I think there's a guy on the roof or something. Yeah, shit. That actually made me jump. Oh, grenades. Really? Oh shit. Alright. So where's the last guy? Maybe he's out on the perimeter somewhere. Oh, maybe I can get a stick up. I've been dying to get one. Damn.
I see him.
I was trying to release the gun without firing. But that's like super hard to do because it's a pressure trigger thing. Come on, give me that guy. God damn it. Yeah, so stick-ups got way easier. Alright, fuck it. I'm not doing anything with him. Stick-ups got way easier in the newer games in the series because you could actually move with your weapon drawn. And so, because this game makes it an actual challenge to undraw your weapon without firing it, and also you can't move. Actually, I bet I know a way. I bet I know how this works. I bet if I... Yeah, I can just unequip the gun. That's what I'll do. Where are you, man? Okay. Give me your shit. Alright. And so this is locked off, but there's another way through the gate up here, I think. It's so good to have to, or to have finally gotten to the actual game. That was a good solid 2 hours of barely a game at all. Mostly cutscene. So this is feeling a lot better.
Moment. That's it. That's the stance. I don't think so. What? A female spy? This bitch is wearing perfume. Stay where you are. I've had enough of your judo.
I see you've got yourself a single-action army.
That's right. There'll be no accidents this time.
You call that an accident? Well, it wouldn't have happened if you hadn't been showing off.
What did you say?
It's a nice gun, I'll give you that. But the engraving gives you no tactical advantage whatsoever. Unless you were planning to auction it off as a collector's item. And you're forgetting one more very basic thing. You don't have what it takes to kill me.
Snake coming with the sick burns every time.
That thing only carries 6 shots. The Makarov carries 8. You have to get a feel for how many you have left. This is a high-class weapon. It's not meant for shooting people.
Damn! This isn't over yet.
Dude, my man.
Don't.
Why?
He's still young.
You'll regret stopping me.
Yep.
Damn it! I've got to get back before he does.
Alright, so that wasn't a great performance, but I'll take it. We did it. We got there. And yeah, the pacifist run thing, it's kind of interesting, right? Because it brings up so many questions about like responsibility for deaths. Like if I knock somebody out and then I drop them off a cliff, is that me killing them, or is that nature? Is that gravity? I don't know. I don't know how the game thinks about it. I mean, what if I knock somebody out and then as they hit the ground, they slip? That's something. Alright, so bleeding, no bandage. There's a bandage. There's styptic. That's all it took. Okay. Snake is a little hungry. Not very. Ah, this is where I get my croc cap. Right? Alright, first coral snake of the game. Yeah, the croc cap is high fashion in the Metal Gear world. Pretty tasty. All right, so look at that asshole just floating there. Oh, it's coming for me. Yeah. I'm about to get my ass kicked by a bunch of leeches. Don't bite me. Hey, man. I forget my way around. I'm gonna have to, see what I can learn. Alright, there's the log. And if I remember correctly, there's like some booby traps up here. Oh. Got a call.
Snake, are you there?
Eva,
Did you miss me?
did you make it without any trouble?
No one saw me.
So you're back with Vulcan.
In a matter of speaking.
What about the boss?
Yeah, she's here too.
Better be careful.
Thanks, I will. The boss and I get along pretty well, though. I guess we traitors have a lot in common.
Why would anyone want to defect? Betraying your country like that, I just don't get it.
Are you talking about the boss?
Why do you do it? Weren't you born and raised in America?
Yes, in a small rural town. I never even knew there were other countries, other cultures, other ways of thinking. Until I went to work for the NSA.
Wow.
And one day, I found I'd lost faith in the things I'd been taking for granted.
How do you go from
What did
like
you see?
being
What was it that made you
some
want to
rural
change sides?
backwards hick
You wouldn't believe me if
to
I told
working
you.
at the NSA
Try me.
without
I saw the universe.
learning about the world and
universe?
other cultures and all
Not
that?
the actual universe. The universe as the intelligence community sees it. I realized that the gravity in this universe was holding me back. That's all. People and countries are both changed by their environment. And by the times.
That sounds like what the boss was saying.
There's a world of difference between this country and America. But it's only a difference of position, a difference of perspective. Coming here made me realize something. Half of what I'd been told was a complete and utter lie. The other half was a conveniently constructed lie.
Where's the truth then?
It's hidden in the lies.
Are you lying too?
Who knows? I've been trained to make even the most severe falsehood sound like the honest truth. Weren't you?
No. I believe because I have to, even if it is a lie. That's part of my mission.
I'll have to remember that. If you need me, give me a call on the radio.
Snake.
My frequency is 142.52. See ya.
Snake is so weird. All these incredible hang-ups. Alright, so... I mean, part of me wants to clear the lake. Like, just take the AK and shoot all the crocs, because this shit is annoying. Oh, fuck. Yeah, look at that. I just fucked it up. And I think that's actually what I'm going to do. A little unorthodox. Not really my style, usually, but... we'll do semi-auto. Why are you so tough? We're draining the swamp here. Oh, there we go. And I guess I don't need to get rid of all of them. I just need to get rid of the ones that are going to be there right when I fall off the line. Yep. Let's just go ahead and deactivate that. Oh, yeah, and I got a leech problem here. Okay, so it's just the cigar, right? Ooh, nasty. Have a little croc snack. Yeah, the half press for drawing is kind of crazy. I'm glad games stopped using button press sensitivity for different functions. Very difficult to operate. My food is full. And I think there is actually a weapon that I can use while I'm swimming, and I think it's the knife. But I think that's it. Yeah, I hear you. I know. There. Oh shit. Mr. Croc is right here. Get those leeches out of here. Alright, so I'll give this another shot. Man, this took me forever last time. So what's the deal? Can I hang? Yes. And that would be the safer way to go. I think I can just pull myself up when oh no, I can't. Alright. Shit. Oh nice, it refilled my meter. Yeah, so the trick to this was to use the reflection on the surface of the water to line up your drop. And then also to remember to spam triangle while you're falling so that you catch onto the rope below you. And there we go, croc cap. So where does that go? That is not face camo. Or is it? Wait. Oh, it's like an item, right? It's in my backpack. There it is. Yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'll put the AK away. And I guess the great news is I've got a ton of food. I'm gonna eat a little bit just to fill myself back up. But so part of the strat for the fear that boss fight is you need rotten food. So I should just hold on to I don't know, 4 or 5 of these croc steaks, and they should be spoiled by the time I get to that boss fight, provided I don't just keep playing all night here. Goddamn leeches. Always grabbing on. Delicious booby trap. I forget, there's a break somewhere in the fence here. Is that it? Yep. Oh, I think that's a claymore over there. So let's take a quick look at the camo situation. Okay. Tiger Stripe is plus 25. Desert Tiger. This doesn't seem quite right to me. Well, okay. So what I actually want, for real, is to now put away the crock cap, because that was fun, but I guess I will pick up the cardboard box. That's a good one. And I want the thermal goggles. I'm trying to remember if I can pick these up or what the deal is. I'm going to try it. Yep. Alright. So I guess as long as I'm crawling, that's good enough. Which is great. In later Metal Gears... Oh, shit. That was a mistake.
This is HQ.
Control here. We have evidence of an enemy intruder. Commence alert formation.
Well...
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements. Use extra caution.
Shit to my man. Guess I'll just hang out in these ferns for a sec. It's all because I got too close to that tree. And he decided to get up. Severe burns. Okay, so I need ointment. And bandage. Oh, we get a little cutscene. I don't know why that is hurting a lot. But yeah, the super low resolution of the pre-rendered stuff is easily the most upsetting thing about this HD remaster. Like seriously, you couldn't take the time to re-render some shit? Gonna go ahead and clear out all of these claymores while I... Oh, there they go. Is there a gap in the fence up here? Like right where I'm looking? Yeah, there is. Come on, guys, just get out of here. I want to go back to being cool. Don't see me. Oh, come on. I got greedy. Don't growl at me. I'm just crawling away. Nope. Oh, come on. Everybody relax. I see a tree I can climb over here. I wonder if that's a way over the fence as well.
This is HQ. Control here. Lost sight of the intruder, going into high alert.
Don't look up.
Somebody there? Who's that? Radio, call HQ!
Wow, good eye, guy. What the fuck am I hitting? Nothing? God damn it. Yep, split up. So I can just throw you around. Yep, come right over. The dog is back up. Or it's a second dog, I don't know. Good night, doggy. Yep, I just did that. Ah. That was me. I did just kick that fucking dog. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going now. Seems like up the hill was a good pick, but maybe also down the hill. I'll try it. Seems like a way. A way to go. I don't remember going up here. I'm convinced I must have at one point, because it was not hidden at all. Okay, uniform splitter, okay. I should be careful in case there are more mines and shit around here. I can't decide if what I'm hearing is the sparks from the electric fence or something else. Alright, have fun, Brian. Yeah, and I'm probably about ready to wrap up. I've been at this for 3 hours now. It's about time to call home and pack it in.
The
Check
crevice
in with
leading
Eva
to the
first.
cave is to the north of that base. Keep heading north.
Okay. Great. Get some good directions. Who else can I talk to?
I see you caught yourself a green tree python. The green tree python isn't venomous, so no need to worry. It's fairly docile too, so I don't think it's likely to attack you. The green tree python originally comes from Australia and New Zealand. It's a really pretty green color, and it lives... Oh my god.
What's wrong?
Snake, what did I just say?
They come from Australia and New Zealand.
No, after that.
They're a really pretty green color.
I thought so. What was I thinking? Seeing a snake and calling it pretty?
What's wrong with that?
Everything. When a normal woman sees a snake, she's supposed to scream or get sick or something like that.
And do you think you're normal?
What was that?
Nothing.
Ah, it's all your fault.
Jeez, I'm sorry. But enough of that.
What do you mean, enough of that? This is serious.
No, I just wanted you to tell me how it tastes.
How should I know?
Ugh.
It was awfully pretty, though.
Yeah, how does it taste? That's the eternal question. What's Sid gonna draw for me?
Hey, Snake, remember back at the abandoned factory when you whittled the grip of that 45 down?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've never heard of a customization like that before. Why the grip?
to fit it with a knife.
A knife? You're gonna keep the knife and the gun both at the ready?
That's the idea.
Why would you want to do that?
Sometimes a knife works better in close proximity encounters. So I equip both at the same time. That way I can switch back and forth in an instant.
Badass. So that's that.
CQC.
Sounds like the Cobra Unit's members' names came from the specific emotions they each carry into battle.
Emotions?
Emotions.
Yeah. For unbearable torment, the pain. For true oblivion, the end. For infinite rage, the fury. For absolute terror, the fear. And for unsurpassed bliss, the joy.
The joy?
It's another name for the boss, because of the joy she feels in battle, I suppose. During the war, she had a partner named the Sorrow. Sorrow and Joy. They say there couldn't have been a more perfect pair. Snake, you said Eva said her Mauser was a Type 17, right?
Yeah, what about it?
That model was produced in the 1920s in a weapons lab in the Shaanxi province in China. The cartridge part sticks out lower than the original to accommodate 45 caliber rounds. The barrel and chamber are a little bit thicker too. But most telling of all, it's got Chinese characters engraved on both sides of the frame like you saw. And that firing stance Eva was talking about where you hold the gun horizontally, that's a trademark of the Chinese. Just like you were saying, when you're firing in full auto mode, the muzzle jump effect gives you a horizontal strafing motion. They say it's especially deadly in indoor and close-range mop-up actions. The Japanese called it bandit shooting and used to dread it. Makes you wonder where she learned to shoot like that.
Yep. What a mystery.
Snake, there's a provision storehouse in the center of that area and an armory to the northeast. By destroying them, you should be able to cut off supplies to the enemy in that area.
It's a great tip.
Eva, what kind of unit are those ocelots I fought a little while ago?
The Ocelot unit is an elite group composed of soldiers handpicked from among the ranks of Spetsnaz, the Special Forces wing of GRU. They've undergone even more rigorous training than regular Spetsnaz. Their skill with weapons is the stuff of legends. You'll find they're much better shots than the rest of GRU. Watch yourself.
Can still just knock them out, though.
Saving the game, Snake?
Yep. And so this was one of the things that made this game hard to stop playing. Every time you save the game, you know, you make contact with paramedic, the data saves, and then she immediately starts a conversation after
Hey, Snake,
that screen.
You ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
No, what is it?
And these
It's a
conversations are
movie.
great.
You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too. I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance. It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Where can I see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Well, if you wait 40 years, you might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
You think they're still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course! Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make a nice distraction.
That's the spirit, Snake. Have a little fun.
Yep, there you go. So yeah, usually a conversation like that is enough to suck me back in. But tonight, I think I've had just about enough. So yeah, that'll be it. Signing off for tonight. I'll pick this back up again at my leisure, and I hope you stop by and check us out.